And as we discussed, when you practice, the important thing is always work to 80% of your capacity. Don't stretch to 100%. Then you can get injured. So work to about 80% of the full stretch, and then just breathe and work in the posture. I think the other thing we talked about was, again, trying to keep a nice long spine, no matter what posture you're in. Even if you're in a forward bend, try to really lengthen the spine. And so if you do yoga for regularly, again, I think it'll really help your back and a lot of different parts of your shoulders, your neck. So you'll really feel much more calm and able to take on whatever the world brings. Nowadays, we have no idea what's going to happen in a few months, but we'll be able to handle it. So let's start. I just want you to start by just centering yourself. Just sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. If you can't sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, you can get a cushion and just sit on that. So if you have a cushion, just again, make sure you feel comfortable. So you should be thinking about your body and your breath, not about how badly my legs are aching and things like that. Okay? So just find a nice, comfortable cross-legged position. You just put your hands on your knees and just close your eyes for a minute and just take a few breaths and just completely relax. Forget about all the outside thoughts and just focus in on your body and your breath. So start with the inhalation and exhale. And another deep inhalation and side out. And just breathing. And just focus on your breath and just scan through your body. How's your body feeling? Is there any parts which feel tight, tense? And just slowly just breathe and just allow yourself to relax. Just keep the focus on your breath. So throughout your yoga practice, try not to let your mind wander around. Just keep the focus on the posture you're doing and on your breath. As you're sitting, think of lengthening, think about something pulling you from the top of your head. So nice long spine. Just lift up your shoulders and let them roll back. And above all, really enjoy your practice. Enjoy the whole process. Good, and then slowly open your eyes and just do a few stretches to get us warmed up. So we'll start on our hands and knees. Knees beneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders, and as you exhale, start arch from the base to the spine. Drop your head at the end. And then as you inhale, start arching your spine. So this movement is at the base of the spine and goes all the way up. Exhale, start from the base of the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Just timing the movement with your breath. Good, and now let's switch to the dynamic variation. As you exhale, bring your knee and nose towards each other. Inhale, take the leg back and look up. Exhale, knee and nose together. And back. Good. Good, and switch sides. Good, and finish up. Just bring your knee down, and I want you to take your buttocks towards your heels and just stretch out into child's pose. So if that's uncomfortable, you can just rest. Use your hands as a pillow, or you can just rest your forehead.
whichever, and just release. And as you breathe, just focus on releasing in your lower back.
Good. And inhale, come up. So we'll warm up with sun salutations. So this is a really good work. It's a sequence of postures that you do with your breath. So just kind of start standing up nice and straight. Feels about fit to the bar. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, forward bend. Good. And inhale, take the right leg back. Drop onto the knee. And then take the other leg back. Hold your breath. And then as you exhale, drop your knees, chest, chin to the floor. So your hips are off the floor. Inhale, cobra. Gently lift yourself up. And then exhale, down, curl your toes under, lift. And just take your hips as far back as you can. Downward facing dog, which we did last time. Someone's got their microphone on. If you could just mute it, please, that'd be great. Thank you. Good. And then drop onto your right knee. Take your left leg forward. Good. And then take both legs forward. Have your knees bent. Inhale, up and back. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward bend. You can keep your knees bent if you want. Take the left leg back this time. Drop onto the knee. And lift. Lift up. Take the other leg back. As you exhale, drop your knees to the floor. Take your chest, chin to the floor. And then inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now take your right knee forward. Drop onto the back knee. Lift up. Both legs forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale. And exhale, release. So we'll do it once more to each side. So just inhale. And exhale. Right leg back. Take your knee to the floor. Look up. Other leg back. Push-up position. Exhale. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Lift your hips up, push on your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then drop onto your left knee. Take the right foot forward. And take the other leg forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale. And exhale. We'll do it once more on the left side. So inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale. Left leg back. Drop your knee to the floor. Look up. Other leg back. Exhale, knee, chest, chin. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop onto your right knee, take the left foot forward. Other leg forward. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Okay, and now we'll just do a few more stretches and then we'll go to our standing sequence. So I just want you to sit, put the soles of your feet together. That's it. And then just press the thighs, press the elbows onto the thighs and just breathe. You can stretch out a little bit if that's comfortable or just stay upright. And you can gently pulse your knee up and down and just close your eyes, take some deep breaths and try and release in the groin with each exhalation. So inhale and exhale. So just doing Inhaling and exhaling and releasing in the groin with each breath. Good. And then now I want you to lie down on your back. We're going to stretch out our hip. Lie down on your back with your knees bent. And just watch for a second. Cross your right ankle below your left knee. And then just draw the leg in. So this hand goes in between. So you can grab behind the thigh. Or you can grab behind the knee here. Or just the thigh, whatever's appropriate. Keep your head on the floor. If you can grab around the knee, you can do so. Otherwise, just grab around the thigh. Should be getting a really nice stretch in your right hip. And just breathe and release. Good. Release the foot onto the floor. And change sides. Cross the left ankle below the right knee, and then hold. Lift up the thigh, or lift up just beneath the knee, whichever is appropriate. Keep your head and neck are relaxed on the floor. So when you do yoga, you just only work what you need to, and the rest of your body relaxes. Your jaw is relaxed, your face is relaxed, and just breathe. Good, and then release. Straighten up both legs, shake out your legs. Good, and then hug the right knee into your chest. Keep the other leg straight, push up through the heel of the other leg. And change. And just hugging the knee towards your chest. Good. Hug both knees into your chest. Make a circle with your knees. Massage out that lower back. And just roll onto your right side. And you can just sit there, up to this way. It's easy for you to see. And then you're going to just support the right leg with your arms. And just work the foot as high as you can. If you're able to, you can actually cradle the leg like a baby. If that's possible. If that's not, just support the leg with your arms and slowly lift the heel up. Again, stretching out our hip. We all get very tight in the hip if we sit around and we don't exercise. Like we're doing this lockdown, it's harder to exercise and walk around as we used to. Good, and just put the feet onto your thigh and just hold and breathe. Again, just work on softening in your hip. Good, and now straighten the leg and change sides. So work the leg with the other arm. And just slowly rock your foot. If you get some release, you can bring your foot higher. Good, and then release the foot onto your thigh. And just take a few breaths there. So this is very early preparation for lotus position. Good, and just straighten up the leg and release, and just lie down on your back. And your hands by your side, palms down, and just inhale up the right leg. And exhale, release. Inhale up the left leg. You can bend the knee if that's more comfortable. Inhale the right leg again. And exhale, release. Inhale the left leg and exhale, release. Good. Inhale the right leg. Interlace your fingers. Hold behind the thigh. And now just make a circle with your ankle. So I'm getting my ankles, making a few cracks, and just rotate the other way as well, just stretching out that ankle a little bit. Good, and now just push through the heel, extend the leg for a few breaths, and keep breathing deeply, softening in the hamstring. Just feeling where it's tight and see whether you can just get a little bit of release in it. Using your breath. Good, and then release the leg down. Inhale up the other leg. Support the thigh with your hands, interlace your hands, and just make a circle with your ankle. And just circle it both ways. Good, and push out through the heel, extend your leg. And good, bend the knee. And straighten and release. Yeah, now just interlace your hands behind your head and you don't just come up a little bit, just lift up. Just tightening your abdominal muscles and just lifting up. It's going to be a small movement. Don't strain your lower back, just straighten your abdominals and just lift. Good, and then just gently bend your knees into your chest, make a stand, and just come onto your side again. Okay, so we're going to do both poses which we did last time. So just sitting with your knees bent, extend the arms, and just find your balance. Just lift your feet off the floor, and you can just play around with it wherever you can maintain your balance. So if you start losing your balance, just come back to a position where you feel balanced. Good, and then once more, find your balance. Extend if that's possible. And release. Now we're going to stretch out our shoulders. So either you can sit on your ankle or sit in a comfortable cross-leg position. Okay, and then what you're going to do is just rotate your shoulders forward. Put your hands on your shoulders, just rotate your shoulders forward. The shoulders is one place where we get a lot of tightening due to all the sitting and typing and office work that we do. And just rotate in the other direction. And now just go rotate both shoulders. All of it. And the other way. Good, and then just take one arm up, one arm down. Interlace your hands behind your back and just stretch forward. Good, and come up. We'll finish with one last one. So put your left arm under your right. So if you're able to, you can grasp around. If not, just hold it. And release, shake out the shoulders. And then the right under the left. Again, if it doesn't reach, that's all right. Good, and release. Good, we'll come to our standing sequence. So we'll start by just doing mountain pose. Have your feet, toes together, heels slightly apart. And lift up your kneecaps and roll the shoulders back. Lifting the chest, have your arms. Imagine you're holding some heavy bags in your arms. So your body's active but not tense. Good. From here, I just want you to inhale the arms up and exhale, release. Inhale up and exhale, release. This time, as you inhale up, go onto your toes and exhale, release. Inhale up again. Go all the way up, reach up, reach up, reach up, and exhale, release. Okay, now we'll go into our balancing pose, tree pose, which we did last time. So shift the weight into your right leg. That frees the other leg, and just go into tree pose. Just put your foot by your ankle, or if it can go higher, wherever you can. If you have trouble with balance, just keep it a little bit lower. And just bring your arms up to prayer position and just hold that position. And just breathe. Maintain your eyes at a fixed spot in front of you and just breathe and release. Good. And release. Get your balance again. Shift the weight into the left foot and get the right foot into position. So it doesn't really matter where it is. Wherever you could comfortably maintain your balance. You may not be used to balancing on one leg, so it may be a bit wobbly in the beginning. That's perfectly okay. Focus on the fixed spot in front of you, and we'll take 5 breaths. Good. And release. And just interlace the hands. Turn your palms to the ceiling and gently go over to the left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the other side. Good, and release your hands. So now we're going to triangle pose, which we started last time. So just have your right foot turned in, have your left foot at 90 degrees, and just extend the arms and reach forward, reach forward, and then just drop the hands wherever they go and turn and look at your top hand. So you're trying to twist along the side of your body. And just turn and look at your thumb. Turn your head, look at your thumb. And just breathe. Keep your eyes open. You'll find that if you close your eyes, your balance will go up. So just keep your eyes open. And just take a few breaths here. Good. Inhale, come up. Rotate your feet. Inhale, exhale. Stretch over to the side. Hand onto your ankle or shin. Turn and look at the thumb of the top hand. And try and work that top hand back a little bit so you get a bit of an extra stretch. Good. You should be getting a stretch in your thighs, in your groin, in your underarm. So just keep breathing and releasing. Never hold your breath. Good, and now change our feet. And then what we'll do is we'll bend our knee, put the forearm onto the thigh, and we just hold it here, and then you just take your arm over to the side. If you can straighten it, you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. And again, you can see the weight is on the front thigh, back leg is straight, and try and get some extension along the side of your body, side angle stretch. Just breathe and release. Good, and change sides. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee, and just take the arm over. So you're stretching, you should feel a nice stretch along the whole side of your body. Good, and come up. And just turn both sides, edges of your feet parallel with the edge of your mat. And you're just gonna just bend forward, just bend from the hip. And then just put your hands wherever you could be up on your fingers. If it's more common, you can go down. You just just keep it here. If you want, you can. If that feels really easy, then you can actually go on down onto your elbows. Otherwise, if that's possible, otherwise just stay here. You can even just here, keep your hands on the floor, just bend your elbows a little bit if you want a little bit more of a stretch. And just release your head. No need to hang on to anything. I should be getting a nice stretch in your hamstring muscle. Good. And then just walk your toe your feet together, and just hold on to your elbow. Just bend your knees deeply and just hold on to your arms. Let yourself hang. No need to do anything. Just release. Good. Good. And now bend your knees deeply and put your hands on your hips and slowly roll up. Good. We'll finish with one final pose. Have your right leg in front, left leg behind. So make sure your feet are about hip width apart. So I feel balanced here. So you could just turn this foot in a bit. Both hips are facing forward. And what you're going to do here is just hold your elbows with the opposite hand. Inhale, look up, and exhale, stretch forward. You can feel free to bend your front knee. Keep the back leg straight, but you can bend the front knee as much as you can, and just let yourself completely relax. And just breathe and release. Releasing your hamstrings. And if you're finding you want a bit more stretch, you can just start to straighten that front knee a little bit if you want. Just maintain that 80% stretch, 80% of the maximum stretch. Good, and inhale, come up. Just walk your foot back, and now the other side. Take the left leg forward. Make sure you're balanced. My hips are facing forward. I feel balanced. Just hold on to your elbow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, just lengthen forward. Think of lengthening your spine. Don't worry about going down, and then just release your head. And don't be afraid. Bend your knee as much as you need to. And release. Good, and just straighten the leg a little bit, the front leg a little bit if you want to. Good, and inhale, come up. Step your feet together, and just release and just shake out your shoulders slowly. Good, now we'll do our inverted sequence. So eventually we'll get to things like headstand and shoulder stand. But at the beginning, let's just get ourselves used to being upside down. So we'll just start off with dolphin. So have your elbows underneath your shoulders, and you can have your knees back. So you can do it with your knees bent, or if you want, if it's more challenging, to do it with your legs straight. So as you exhale, as you come forward, inhale, exhale. Good, and just bend your knee and go to child's pose. It's a fairly intensive pose. So you can have your forehead on the mat. If that's not comfortable, you can just make a pillow with your arms. You want your neck to be comfortable in this pose. Good, and just come up. And we just do another pose, lie on your back. Have your hands by your hips. Press the palms on the floor and just lift up your hips. And release. And lift up your hips. And now just see what you can do. Take up one leg and release. And getting ready, pressing your hands, take up the other leg and release. And just gently let yourself down. Grab your knees with your hands and bring it into your chest and just make a circle with your knees, massage out that lower back. Good, just roll onto your right side, push yourself up. We'll do a bit of back bending now. Start by just lying into the stomach. Make a pillow with your arms and just turn your head to one side. So again, your neck should be comfortable. That's why you make a pillow with your arms. Your neck should be comfortable. If it's not comfortable, just keep it straight. Good, and then lift up your head. And just take your arms in front. Inhale, lift. Keep your feet on the floor, lift up, and exhale, release. So really think of engaging your stomach muscles every time you go up. So just take your arms to the side, inhale, lift, and exhale, release. Then lift up your head, take your arms behind, and just hold, cross your palms, and inhale, lift up, and exhale, release. Make a pillow with your arms, relax your head. Okay, we're going to do a slightly more intense posture, but again, start by just bending your feet towards your buttocks and just reach back. See whether you can grab your ankle or your foot, wherever you can grab, and just gently lift up. Don't force it. Good. And exhale, release. Good. Put your hands underneath your shoulders. Take your buttocks to your heels and just stretch out in child's pose. Good, and then inhale, come up. We're going to roll over onto our back again. Feet underneath your hip, underneath your knees. And then just lift your hips up slightly, interlace your fingers, and try to roll your shoulders back a little bit, tuck your shoulders under, and just hold. Take a few breaths here. Good, and release. And just bend your knees in towards your chest. Make a circle with your knees. And just roll over onto your right side. And come up. Okay, so now we'll move on to some forward bends, just to counteract our back bends. We'll start by just having the right leg forward, left leg in. Okay, and just inhale the arms up. Push through the heel of the right leg, and I want you to just stretch forward, and just drop your hands wherever they go. So don't worry about grabbing your feet or anything else, and just relax and breathe. So the back bends are a little bit energizing, and so the forward bends are very grounding. So we're starting to get toward the end of the practice, so we just ground ourselves. Inhale the arms up, exhale, release, change sides. Inhale up, exhale, release, and just drop your hands. You can bend that knee if you want a little bit as well. You want to make sure your lower back is comfortable, you're not straining the lower back. What you're really trying to do is work in the hamstrings, the back of your leg. Good, inhale, come up. And exhale, release both sides together. And just sit up. And inhale, exhale. And just drop your hands, release your head. And just take a few breaths. Yeah, and again, don't be afraid of bending. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, go right ahead. So you want to just be able to sink into the posture and release. Good, and then inhale, come up. Exhale, release. And now let's take your legs out wide. Good, as wide as you can. Okay, and then I want you to go over to your left side. So just grab your ankle with your left hand or your shin and just take the other arm over. So your shoulders may be quite tight, that's fine. Just breathe and work into the posture. If those that want to go deeper, you can actually grab your toe and then just try and go a bit further, but only if that's appropriate for you. Good, and then change sides, grab the ankle, your toe, and then go over to the other side. Again, for me, this side is much tighter than the other one. Just be aware of that. I'm right-handed, and I find the left side of my body is much tighter than the right side. But as you do yoga, that'll start to even out a bit as well. Good. And then this time, just help grab out your ankles and just stretch out into the middle, wherever you can. Good, and just slowly bring your feet together. Good, and now we'll do a twist, and then we'll go into our final relaxation. So let me just bring my mat out a little bit further. So you can start by just lie down on your back. That's it, have your arms out to the side. And then I want you to take your left foot, put it on top of your right knee. So you go across your body, and then you're going to make a circle with your left arm. So the right arm is straight, extended out from the shoulder. So left knee's over to the right, and you're just making a circle with the left arm. So the closer you bring your fingers to the floor, the more of your stretch you'll get. So just play around with that. At some point in your circle, you may be able to get a little closer to the floor. At other points, it might be hard. That's okay. Just breathe and walk through. So this is a really good stretch if you have a shoulder injury. helps you to work through and rebalance the muscles in your shoulder. It boosts your immune system. Good, and just make sure you circle in the other direction as well. Good, and just come back, roll over onto your back. Both legs straight. Take your arms to the side. It's time to put your right foot on your left knee and bring the right knee over to the left. So it doesn't need to go, it doesn't matter if it can be in the air a little bit, or you can take it to the floor, whatever you prefer, and just make a circle with your right shoulder. Just keep your arms straight and just make a nice circle with your arm. Keep breathing. And circle the other way. Good, and just come back. And we're going to get ready for final relaxation. Just for in the future, you may, sometimes you want to have a blanket to keep yourself, because as you just lying down, you might cool off a bit depending on your temperature. But anyway, for now, just lie on your back, feet hip width apart, and let your feet flop up to the side. Hands by your side, palms facing up. And take a few deep breaths and let your body completely relax into the mat. There's no need to hold on to anything. Just keep the focus on your breathing, breathing and relaxing. There's nothing else to do. Okay, now squeeze the toes of your right foot. Hence the leg, lift it off the floor, and release. Squeeze the toes of the left foot, hence the leg, lifting off the floor, and release. Now squeezing your buttocks together, lifting your hips up, and release. Press the small of the back into the floor, tighten your stomach, and release. Make a fist with your right hand. Tense the arm, lift it off the floor. Open your hand wide and release. Make a fist with your left hand. Tense the arm, lift it off the floor. Open your hand wide, release. Now lift up your chest, bring your shoulder blades together, and release. And now just very slowly take your head from side to side, releasing any tension in your neck. This is a very gentle stretch for your neck. As long as you move slow, just move slowly. So as you exhale, go over to one side. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale over to the other side. So just keep going back and forth. Releasing any tension in your neck. Good, and just come back to center. And finally squeezing all the muscles in your face towards your nose. Squeeze tight. And release. And now just breathing in and out, letting yourself completely relax. Don't let your mind wander. Just keep the focus on the breath. So you can start counting. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Until 5. And then back to 1. So with each in-breath, fill up your belly with each in-breath. And then release. Just keep your focus on your breathing. Good, and begin to deepen your breathing. Then begin to move your fingers and your toes. Good, and just bend your knees in towards your chest. Hold the knees with your hands. And just make a gentle circle with your knees. And just roll over onto your right side, make a pillow with your arm, and just stay there for a minute. Good, and now open your eyes. And just get readjusted to the space you're in. Good. And now just roll yourself up to sitting. And just come to a comfortable cross-seated position. And namaste.